Hello friends, it's May 1st, 2020. So we will write, let's think, it's a new month today. January, February, March, April, May. We're on 5. So we're going to write 5-1-20. All right, use your finger and follow along as we read our morning message. Dear 1W family, good morning. Today is Fun Friday and May Day. I was so happy to see so many of you last night. I could not stop smiling. Great job with your thrilling Thursday work. I especially loved the elephant and piggy expression recordings you sent. You guys did so great with that. It was so fun to hear you read with expression. Today in Seesaw is a Fun Friday paper airplane activity. I know some of you are going to love that because we were always wanting to do that at school. So have fun with that. Send me videos. Let me know how far they go. And a new kind of graphing worksheet. We will talk about the graph next. Have a fun Friday, try your best, and be kind. Love, Mrs. Worth. Okay, here's our graph for today. So we've been doing picture graphs the last 2 days where we were using pictures to show how many of things people chose or people were using. Well, today in a bar graph, we're going to do the same thing. It's going to have information, but we're going to use bars instead of pictures to show the information. So right away when I look at this, I notice something's missing that this might need. Do you notice what it is? It's the title at the top that tells us what we're going to learn from this graph. So we can be detectives and see over here it says these are the art tools that some students chose. And at the bottom it tells us the number of children that chose each art tool. What would be a good title for this graph? I like that. How about favorite art tools? I'm just going to write the word favorite for right now. And then I'll write art tools. Pen's being wonky like it does in school sometimes. Art tools. I bet some of you at home are saying the letters I should write. Great job. Okay, favorite art tools. So then when we look at the graph, we can learn things about the favorite art tools of the children. And here are their choices: markers, paintbrush, and crayons. The first question they ask us is how many children chose paintbrushes. So we can look at the graph, we can count the number of squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or we can just go all the way across the graph to the last part that is colored in and then go down and see what number it is. It's the number 6. How many children chose crayons? Let's start here and go all the way over to where the bar stops, right here, and then we'll look down and see what number we're at, which is 2, and we will write 2. How many more children chose paintbrushes than crayons? We touched on this yesterday where we can look at the graph and see the difference, a subtraction problem. You guys did a great job with this on your picture graph questions. So how many more chose paintbrushes than crayons? So paintbrushes goes all the way over here and crayons only goes to here. So paintbrushes has 1, 2, 3, 4 more colored in than crayons. So we would write 4. Now if you wanted to do that as a subtraction problem, which is a really bright idea, ding, you would write how many paintbrushes, the biggest number first, 6 minus the number of crayons, 2, and then our answer is 4. You might remember a long time ago when we were talking about subtractions, we talked about how when you read the words how many more, it's a really big clue that you're going to subtract. We used that during a math game show. That was one of our questions. How many more tells us to subtract or find the difference. Which art tool did the fewest children choose? Circle the answer. The word fewest is another word for least or the smallest number. What do you think? Yeah, crayons. And which art tool did the most children choose? Circle. And most has the biggest number. And that is paintbrushes, yes, with 6. So that's what you'll be doing in Seesaw today. Okay, we have some words to look at. I'm just going to read these through with you. These are tough and tricky. I know you can do it. So many of you have been practicing your reading, which is fantastic. We want to be ready for 2nd grade. This first one, I see a word in here we know, ways. Always. Enough. Notice how the GH makes an F sound. Enough. Here's 2 vowels walking. First one does the talking. He's going to say what? E. A's not going to say anything. Ear. Near. And there's a word in there we know, ear. Near. Happy. Happy. That Y says E. Hi, and this isn't hi like you say hi to Mrs. Worth when you come get your things at school. This is hi like I jumped so high to throw my paper airplane. Once. This is like the word one with a softy C in the middle. Once. I see IFF, which says if. ER, we talked about that a lot this week, which says ent, different. Okay, now this is a great one to talk about. First of all, I see right here OR. We know it's going to say or. That's a word we know. This was first a different word, a base word, and that base word was this. So we were talking about how when a word ends in Y and we need to make it more, we drop the Y. Oops, I need my pen again. Drop the Y, and what do we add? An I. So they've done that here. Stories. Stories. Meaning there was more than one story. Okay. Cobweb. That's a compound word. Cob and web. Cobweb. Demanded. Dreadful. Grumbled. Panted. Terrified. Lots of these are expression words that you could read with. You could read in a demanded way or a dreadful way or a grumbled way. You could read as a panted way, I guess, if you're reading like a dog or a cat. And terrified. These would be good expression words. Okay, have a fun Friday, friends. It's going to be beautiful outside. Throw those paper airplanes, send me videos, and I will talk to you soon. I have a new read aloud later that Andrew brought to me in the car line to pick up his things. I can't wait to share it with you. Have a great day.